Thank you. Afternoon all, welcome to this meeting of the Standards Committee Subcommittee. Before we start with the agenda, just to confirm that our previous chair of the committee's term of office came to an end. Therefore, there's two items. One, just to welcome Kerry Ellis-Jones, who's been appointed as our new independent member of the subcommittee. And also, we now need to proceed with the agenda to the election of a chair. So can we please have nominations, members? Thank you, Jonathan.
At the risk of repetition, I would like to nominate Claire.
Thank you, Jonathan. And I need a seconder, please.
I'll second that. Sorry, Councillor.
Councillor Bell.
It's fine, no problem. Yeah, no, either way, it doesn't matter.
Thank you, Claire. If you're happy to accept the nomination, congratulations on being appointed as the chair.
Great, thank you very much, Debbie, and a warm welcome to Kerry, our new independent member as well. So we move on to the election of vice chair. Take any nominations for vice chair? I'd like to nominate Nigel for that position. There's a seconder.
Yeah, that's okay.
Jonathan?
Yep, seconded.
Thank you. Congratulations, Nigel.
Thank you.
Do we have any apologies for absence today?
From Councillor Steve De Silva.
Thank you. Minutes of the previous meeting, so held on the 16th and the 17th of September and the 13th of October. Are there any inaccuracies that anybody would like to raise there?
Yes. On the I'll get to it in a minute. The minutes for the 17th of September meeting, top of page 6. I think the word "not" has been missed out there. You must not conduct yourself in a manner which could reasonably be regarded as bringing the office into disrepute.
Thank you very much for that. Are we happy to agree those minutes? We can take a vote on that. Happy to agree? Yeah. Great. Thank you. And any declarations of interest? Do you have anything, Steve? No. Debbie, we'll move on to your report, please. Oh, sorry.
Can I ask, at the meeting on the October meeting, 13th of October, resolved that a letter be sent to the Ombudsman seeking clarification about the support provided to town community councils and the length of time to complete complaints process. The chair agreed to draft a letter in consultation with the Deputy Monitoring Officer and circulate to subcommittee for comment. Well, where is the letter? Because I've never seen a letter yet, and it's been 3 or 4 months now.
Thank you, Councillor Richard. Yes, I myself and the previous chair, the previous chair drafted a letter for my consideration. We made some amendments. Unfortunately, I thought it had been circulated, but that was my error. So we will circulate it after the meeting today, Councillor Richard, so that we can get your approval. Sorry, I was just going. It's not been sent yet. No. But just so that I can
I haven't seen the draft, no.
No, I did have a meeting with the Ombudsman recently, and I've raised that very question about the concerns that were raised that led to that decision in the subcommittee meeting. So she is aware that there will be a letter coming from the committee. So I'll circulate that later today or first thing in the morning, Councillor Richard.
Thank you. Because it did attract the attention of the press. It was reported in several newspapers.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for raising that. Debbie, can we move on to your report?
Thank you, Chair. Report at item 6 is for decision, information and discussion. You'll see at section A of the report, the referrals for town and community councillors to the Ombudsman Wales. As you'll all be aware, these referrals all come to me for registering and referring to you as the Standards Committee subcommittee for consideration. You'll be aware we can't give all the details in relation to each complaint. However, we can give you an update in terms of their status. Those are all included. I propose, Chair, if you're happy, for the next meeting, I'll be removing those that are no longer being investigated. So, and I think there may be a couple that have just come in very recently. So we'll update that for the next meeting, Chair. Item B on the report is a dispensation. We've received one application for dispensation by Councillor Sydney Charitos of Langattock Community Council. The application for the dispensation was received via email in October after the last meeting. This request is identical in nature to the one that the subcommittee received back in February 2025. On that basis, the chair and the vice chair used their delegated authority to grant a temporary dispensation for the application, subject, of course, to confirmation by the subcommittee today. I just need to be really clear. The reason we haven't invited Councillor Sydney Charitos today is because this is not necessarily a review of that dispensation, because simply today it's procedural. We are replacing her with the councillor that we approve. So this dispensation is exactly the same as already been approved by this subcommittee. This is simply a consideration of replacing her with the councillor that's now left that organisation. So, Chair, we just need to really consider that report and the Appendix 1, which is the delegation to the Chair and Vice Chair that was utilised for the temporary dispensation. The details of the dispensation is included in Appendix 2 below. Can I pass over to you now, Chair, just for consideration of that dispensation, please?
Thank you, Debbie. Yes, as you've said, it is an identical dispensation to the previous one we agreed. Therefore, Stefan and I agreed that a temporary one be made in October. But what's members' views on that? Everyone had a chance to read it? Does anybody want to raise anything?
Yeah.
Would you like?
I'm happy to support it.
Happy to support it? Nigel?
Yeah.
Is everybody happy to support it? Yes.
We have a proposer and a seconder, Chair, please.
Proposer for that, please.
Yeah, I propose.
Councillor Richard proposed, seconder. Nigel seconds that.
Do we need to give the background to Kerry?
Nigel asked if we needed to give Kerry the background to that, or I guess it was in the report, so hopefully everything was clear, Kerry. Are we okay to proceed, Debbie?
Yeah, that's fine. I've read everything.
Great, thank you.
That's fine. Thank you. Again, moving on to see the Ombudsman Wales, our findings. There's a link there to the Ombudsman's findings in relation to Code of Conduct matters. Please feel free to contact me if you wish to discuss any specifically. I'm happy to discuss those with you. The adjudication panel for Wales, their details are also included in that link below. And therefore, can you all please recall and note the next meeting dates for 2026. Our next meeting will be the 17th of June and thereafter the 14th of October. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Debbie. I believe now, Debbie, do we move into the exempt item?
Chair, if I could just confirm before we move into the next items, I determined that category 1 of the access to information procedure rules applies to the next items and taking into account the public interest test. It is my advice to this committee that the public interest in maintaining that exemption outweighs the public interest in at this stage disclosing this information, and therefore I'd ask the committee to consider those factors when making their decision to move into confidential session and therefore excluding the public. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Yes, I agree with that. And do we need Jonathan?
I'm happy to move the proposal.
Right, and a seconder?
I'll second.
Councillor Richard seconds. So we can move into confidential session.
Thank you all. Steve, can you do the necessaries?
Thank you very much.